strangely, before her husband's birth. She barely considered motherhood. He transformed her worldview with his alchemical presence. The idea of a full family with growing, flourishing children slowly formed in her mind. She was aware of the hurdles, health hazards, and conception dangers of elder parenting at 35. Joyful surprise punctuated their story 6 months into their sacred marriage. With the prospect of fresh life, her physique gradually curved toward maternity. As they considered parental ready, the announcement was met with trepidation, their hearts filled with joy and anticipation. Stage set, play began. Preparations rose like blossoms, requiring life reweaving. Healthy lifestyle changes, nutritional changes, and habits were made to support her embryonic life. A constant companion on this journey, her spouse regularly prepared meals. They talked about their child's schooling and future, excited for new beginnings. She got sick more often than expected during her delicate pregnancy. Her self-care was lacking, and age may have made her more susceptible to illness. However, they welcomed their kid with open hearts. 3 months after their son's birth, a storm loomed. She suffered worsening headaches. As she rocked her sleeping kid, her world spun. She tried to stand to get a drink, but her legs gave out. Her eyesight blurred, and her consciousness slipped away like sand through her fingers. When her eyes opened, she saw a strange and terrifying thing. Her spirit had been separated from her body. She watched her lifeless body on the floor, her son blissfully asleep in his cradle, bewildered and terrified. She panicked since she didn't want to leave her child or life. Her greatest wish was to witness her son's life. Her desperate prayer to God rose to the heavens. "Please, God, don't let me go. My son trusts me." An extraordinary incident occurred in response to her earnest scream. As if carved from clouds, the room's fabric revealed an ethereal entrance or door. Despite her deep uneasiness, she understood the call to proceed. After crossing the mythical threshold, she entered a realm of love, dazzling energy, and endless warmth. The physical world's tight constraints gave way to an unbound universe's boundless possibilities. The surrounds were illuminated by a celestial brilliance in an unreal vastness. A figure in white robes appeared as I approached this glowing figure. Though cloaked, this towering figure exuded sanctity and might. It was obvious that this was God. Her spirit shrank in his presence. God reiterated that her appointed hour had not yet arrived, and that the bright calling could not yet be accepted. "Your children still need your nurturing," he said. She begged God for more time, explaining her desperate wish to reunite with her body. Her request stemmed from her deep love for her son and her wish to stay involved in his life. God accepted her appeal and acknowledged her questions. She used the chance to ask why some near-death experiences involve angels and God, and others do not. God gently replied that each soul has a distinct path, with some needing more direction and aid and others having found their way. God said that some people endure disorientation and estrangement on earth, requiring a rediscovery of faith and purpose. Angels and God guide these souls back to their journey. For individuals who have found their religion and life's path, a near-death experience may or may not involve angels and God, but it usually includes other significant events. She considered this cosmic wisdom and the need of trusting one's heart and intuition to unlock one's unique life journey. It became clear that everyone's journey is unique, and that imposing one's route on others is foolish and ineffective. She discussed her 25-year-old abortion, which she regretted, to gain more insight. God answered her question about abortion's negative effects clearly. "Abortion violates the right to life," he said. In his sight, every life conceived deserves protection, and abortion violates that holy right. God warned that abortion can have long-term physical and psychological effects. He urged people to honor every life conceived and support those facing pregnancy and birthing issues rather than aborting them. A mysterious vision revealed the essence of an unborn soul seeking a caring home. The boy met many families on his ethereal voyage, but none provided the sanctuary he craved. After finding a loving couple, he chose them as his guardians. However, 2 months later, the couple's relationship soared, and the mother painfully chose abortion, extinguishing life. A merciful God forgave and understood out of deep remorse. It reminded us that everyone makes mistakes and that introspection and reform can lead to redemption and peace. The message was clear. Every life is precious and deserves respect. Her intense longing led her to heaven, and with divine sanction, they set out on a captivating journey. Their trip took them to an ethereal region with emerald meadows, a spectacular waterfall, and a suspended city surrounded by a peaceful forest and lake. Bright liveliness and children's laughter filled the village below. This magnificent expanse's perfection and beauty grabbed her senses, and the divine presence's radiant smile warmed her soul. Her reverie was interrupted by her son's low scream, bringing her back to motherhood. She returned to earth with her ethereal form divorced from her corporeal vessel. She overcame the painful dissociation and regained physical dominance with unwavering determination. After returning to reality, she embraced her kid as his cries faded. She had lasting memories of this incredible experience from almost a decade ago. She thanked the Almighty for restoring her purpose when she felt completely lost. Her kid, who is approaching 18, thrives and becomes independent and responsible. She is grateful for life's bounties and trusts in a divine